Greetings, Japan fans. Today's show, we're going to look at a success formula. Maishu, arigatou gozaimasu. And welcome back to the 11th year of the Leadership Japan series. I'm your host in Tokyo, Dr. Greg Story, Dale Carnegie Tokyo franchise owner, president of Dale Carnegie Tokyo Training, and the 3-time best-selling author of Japan Sales Mastery, which is Zaegyo in Japanese, Japan Business Mastery, and Japan Presentations Mastery, or in Japanese, Anata mo Prezen no Tachiden. Plus, Stop Wasting Money on Training, which in Japanese is Training de Okane o Mudni Suru wa Yamimashou. And all are available on Amazon. This podcast brings insights, examples, and experience about leading in Japan. Trust me, it is different here. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast with your family, friends, and colleagues. We're not being sponsored by Libsyn, but we value your privacy, which is why we have our podcast hosted by Libsyn. Unlike many other hosting organizations, Libsyn have a strict policy that does not allow access to your private information by anyone. Here is our daily podcast lineup on Apple Podcasts. Mondays, the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show podcast. Tuesday, the Presentation Japan series. Every second Tuesday, the Business Tachijin no Oshie Show. Wednesdays, the Sales Japan series. Thursdays, the Leadership Japan series. And every second Thursday, the Business Pro Podcaster Show. Fridays, the Japan Business Mastery Show podcast. Saturdays, Japan's top business interviews. Before we get going, today's handy Japanese phrase is Tokidoki ne. Tokidoki ne. Sometimes, yeah, sometimes. Someone might ask you, do you often go to Italian restaurants? Tokidoki, 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 tokidoki ne, tokidoki ne, tokidoki ne. Ne is just an emphasizer. Sometimes, yeah, sometimes. Yeah, sometimes I go, sometimes. Tokidoki ne, tokidoki ne, tokidoki ne. Now, this is episode number 554. Today we're talking about the leader success formula in Japan. Here is a handy success equation which is easy to remember. Our mindset plus our skill set will equal our results. This is straightforward and unremarkable, but we get so embroiled in our day-to-day world, we forget to helicopter up above the Malay and observe the lay of the land. A great mindset coupled with lacklustre skills won't get us very far. A poor mindset with great skills won't do it either. So we need both. What is our mindset composed of? How we think is critical. Are we operating with a positive mindset? If we are deep in depression about the circumstances of the business, we are stuck in a hole from which it can be hard to emerge. We are what we think. So control over what we think becomes so important. That also means being strict about what we put into our minds. Stay away from fluff, endless scrolling on social media, and negativity. Find the useful, positive, and valuable, and make that the diet for our mind. Our opinions influence how we see the world. Where do these opinions come from? They are usually the product of our access to quality, correct information. There's a tricky balance here because a lot of the news we need to consume is laced with negativity, and that can pollute our positive attitude. So we need to curate the information we take in to help us make informed decisions based on correct data. Our beliefs are similarly formed from data, personal experience, and what we hear from people we trust. A degree of success can be impacted by our self-belief. It can be a drag on our progress if we are limiting how we see our potential. We believe we're operating logically, except we often make decisions based on emotion rather than logic. Being in control of our emotion is the fundamental first step to getting ourselves into a position to be successful. Wild mood swings make us a difficult person to work with or get close to. A short temper can have us explode in haste and repent at leisure after we've created havoc all around us. We're all drowning in a sea of information. today as the internet propels constant updates and new content at us. When I was at university, I went to the stacks in the library to find the few books available there, and if someone else had that textbook you needed, you dipped out. Microfiche was the big innovation to access information in a non-paper format. Hey, for the younger generation out there, microfiche was an ancient method of taking micro photographs of physical pages and putting it onto film. You could scroll through using a special microfiche reader. I noticed with my son's education, his problem is the constant assault of data and the difficulty of working out which information was valuable amongst the flotsam and jetsam battering his attention every day. Getting insight becomes the game of success because we don't lack for content anymore. Find out more when we come back from the break. Today's show is brought to you by our public courses, but we also do custom in-house programs. We do them in Japanese and we do them in English, do them in our super safe classroom. We do them live online. The show today is being brought to you by, on the 25th and 26th of April, our High Impact Presentations course. On the 26th of April, we'll start our Winning with Relationship Selling program. 9th of May, we'll have our Dale Carnegie course. Our website is www.dale-carnegie.co.jp. So that's www.dale-carnegie, CARNEGIE.co.jp. You can email me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. So that's greg.story, STORY @dalecarnegie.com. Don't forget to grab my business books on Japan on Amazon. Japan Sales Mastery, which is Zaegyo in Japanese. Japan Business Mastery. Japan Presentations Mastery, which is Anatamo Presen no Tachijin in translation. And Stop Wasting Money on Training, which in Japanese is Training de Okane o Budni Suru wa Yamimashou. If you like learning by watching videos, and we have over 2,300 there for you at Tokyo Japan Dale Carnegie TV on YouTube. We release 3 TV shows every week on YouTube. The Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, that's the premier business show on Japan. That's every Monday, Tokyo time. Fridays, we have the Japan Business Mastery Show. And on Saturdays, we release Japan's top business interviews, where I interview leaders from SMEs all the way up to the corporate captains of industry on one topic, leading in Japan. Every second Thursday, we release the Business Pro TV Show. And email me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. Welcome back. Once we have the mindset correct, then we have to take action. This is often easier said than done. We're so busy, and translating insight into outcomes is not a given in this constant rabid struggle against the demands on our time. Behavior determines outcomes, and the formation of good habits is the key here. If we form the right habits, then we take the right actions and we form the right default behavior, which adds to our success. The way we communicate flows from these habits and behaviors, and we should be seeking inclusivity. Business is too complex, relying on the hero worker who can do it all by themselves. That ship has sailed. We need to be persuasive and able to garner collaboration in the workplace today. There is so much technology available, and it spews out endless choices. How do we get others to follow our ideas and adopt our suggestions? Our degree of cooperation from others is a compilation of our interactivity. If we have good people skills, then we can interact with others in a constructive and positive way, which adds to our success. Often, technical people struggle in this area because their education hasn't focused on the human interaction dimension. Communication and people skills are new sets of complexities they need to master, otherwise they will always be soldiers and never become generals. Our mindsets and skill sets combine to offer us opportunities to influence others and direct the way forward. That is what it means to lead. If we are busily working in our business, we may neglect to work on ourselves so that we can work on the business. It is always good to step back and regroup around the fundamentals and refocus on where we need to put our energy and passion. Thank you for joining the Leadership Japan series. If you found the program useful, then tell your family, friends, and colleagues. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast. You can contact me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. Our website is www.dale-carnegie.co.jp. Until the next episode, take what you thought valuable, put it into action, because idea application is what makes winners winners. So, be one of them. Remember, I'm in your corner, your go-to guy for soft skills training in Tokyo, committed to your success here in Nippon.